What's up, ladies and gents, and welcome back to Forza Horizon 5. We are here with Lancia Me this seasonal championship. And, well, the title gives it away what we have to use, right? We have to use a Lancia. And the choice was relatively simple. We are using the Delta HF Integrale Evo from 1992, a very iconic car. Tuning share code is in the description as always. And we are jumping right into it. Fiat lubricants. I mean, why not? As long as it goes in. I don't judge. I don't judge. I'm not Aaron. That was a baseball reference for once. I never make those. Alright. There are probably more people called Judge. Like a lot of them. I'm not sure I ever used the Delta S4. I don't have a lot of the Lancias actually, which is a bit of a shame. I wonder if some of them are in the car packs. Because I only have the Delta HF and the Stratos. And I wanted to use the Stratos, but we've been using that so often when we had to use Lancia that I really wanted to use the Delta. Because we never used that before on the channel. I like when we can use a new car that we have never used before. We can actually go full throttle through this corner, that gets us another position. And another position here because we kind of bumped him out of the way. Cut that checkpoint. Tap the brake, cut that checkpoint. Cut this one as well and just drive a straight line. They're turning a lot. We want to cut this checkpoint and then brake hard into them. And that gets us into first. That corner definitely one of our big strengths that we have to make use of to get the lead. And we're being pushed here a little bit. Not the nicest way, but hey, what can you do, right? Tapping the brake there. We now have to keep the lead. I don't think we can. I hope we can. It would be my wish for the day. That we can keep the lead and get the lead in the other races and win everything. It's a lot of wishes, isn't it? Or we'll just rub it out and then we get 3 wishes, right? And by it I mean the genie. And the bottle. I mean, you know what I mean. Uh-oh. This thing is so pretty. I wish I had it. I don't. The Delta HF Integrale is obviously, along with the Stratos, the one super popular Lancia. Again, along with the Stratos. It's hard to tell which one is more popular. But these two are super popular and I have both of them, so choice was between them, but since again we used the Stratos before, that is one thing. But there are so many more Lancias in the game and I wonder why I don't have them, because I have a lot of the cars that are available in the game. I mean, I had a break in the game for about 6 months before I got back into it, but I am somewhat surprised, to be honest. Actually very surprised that I don't have more of them. And I will check the auto show after this is done if they are DLC cars. Or if I can buy them somehow. I guess with 60 million in the bank I could make use of the auction house and buy them. If they are available. And that's a big if. Race number 1 will be done soon, so that won't be an issue. It's 20 points in the bag to begin with, which is exactly what we need. There we go. It's number 1 in the bag. I have to sneeze, but not really. The 037 and the Delta S4 are definitely cars I would like to have. Especially the 037. That's a pretty one. I really want it. But I can imagine that they hide the pretty cars in the DLC. That would be a move that I can imagine. Like, hey, we want to add this cool car to the game. Should we make it a festival reward? No, 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 we can sell it in an overpriced DLC where we only sell like 3 cars and charge a tenner for it. Obviously it's not that bad, but you get the point. And I have an opinion about it. And there is part of me that kind of wants to buy the cars, and there is part of me that says, nah, we should not support that. So there is a little bit of both in me. I planned before to make videos of all the DLC cars and just showcase them and give you an idea of what you get with the DLC, but at the same time I don't really want to advertise the DLC because I find it not particularly great that you pay $100 for the Ultimate Edition, which says it includes everything, or which was advertised as including everything. And then it doesn't include everything. And of course you can defend it and say, well, they didn't say that there are no future DLCs, they didn't say this, they didn't say that, you can't really blame them, blah blah blah. Well, yes. But accepting these methods is why we have this in the first place. Games didn't used to be like that. Games didn't have a million microtransactions. Cosmetics, for say. Pay-to-win mechanisms. And I mean, DLC is fine if it adds to the game, if it really adds something. Like the map DLCs, it's fine. I don't have a problem with that. I wouldn't even have a problem with car DLCs if they were part of the bundle that you expect to contain everything. And the way it was advertised said it contains everything that the game has and will have. That's how it was advertised. Now, it didn't say specifically that there will never be any content that isn't included right now. It didn't explicitly say that. That being said, however, the way it was advertised strongly suggested that by buying the Ultimate Edition, you buy everything the game will ever entail. As we are trying to catch these two, we'll probably have to go with a little bit more of a risky strategy here. This corner is usually one where we can make up some ground. And now into that one as well. Cutting that checkpoint, and that gets us into first. It didn't look very good, but now it looks a lot better, doesn't it? Can go full throttle for this one. And for this one as well. It's B-class, you can go full throttle for a lot of corners where the game says, nah, don't do it. Not for this one, however. Still braking late. Going full for this one. Little bump, doesn't matter. And now we have a good lead. That's how fast it goes. You need 1-2 good corners to really gain on them, and that gets you a lead, and then you're more or less safe for that time being. I wasn't braking in this corner last lap, but I had catching up to do last lap. So there is that. It's always about how much risk do you want to take, how much do you have to catch up, what do you want to do, how safe do you want to be. This one again, our strong suit, going through the checkpoint. Saving that tiny bit. You can brake right into the water. That's enough. AI will brake much earlier because it things over so fast, but the water slows you down so much. But it assists with your braking. Going full throttle for this one. Tapping the brake into this one this time. Just to get a little bit of a cleaner exit. Because just because you can go full throttle for a corner doesn't mean you have to if you don't get a clean exit out of it. You always have to pay attention to how fast did you access your last one. There's a win in race number 2, which gets us to 40 points, and 40 points usually means we win the championship. I don't recall the last time that we won the first 2 races and didn't win the championship. I mean, you probably also don't remember it because I probably wouldn't upload it if we lose the championship. But yeah, I don't really remember doing that. Because usually when you win the first 2 races, the championship is of a very manageable difficulty. Unlike the S2 championship, however, we don't have a car that has so much power that we just breeze past everyone the first good section we get. So this actually requires some racing. Still not that much, but it requires some racing, yeah. We're going to race number 3. Even if we don't have to win the championship, I still want to win. Do I have to pay attention here? Maybe a little bit. Cover him off there. Should be fine. Can now focus on the front. A little annoying bugger. Going into the next corner, I want to get into the first overtakes. Going full throttle here. That brings us closer. That gets us 1 position, which is obviously not enough, but making progress. Going very nimble through these corners. Now outside overtake, tapping the brake, which gets him out of the way. Up to 4th. Since we have off-road tires, the good part for us is only just coming up. And we're up to 4th, which is okay. Braking hard into this one. Sweet, that gets us 2 positions. Because we can brake in there. Braking hard again, cutting that checkpoint, that gets us lead, very nice. So braking hard into a tight corner, and making sure we cut the checkpoint. Position our car on the inside there. Definitely the way to go. And now it's just a downhill race. Downhill a lot better with B-class cars, because downhill means you actually manage to accelerate a little bit. Which is a lot more fun in these cars. And it's a pretty short race, so you really have to make use of these tight bends to position your car in a good way on the inside, so that you cut off their line and you can make the overtakes. So making use of these bends and the positioning that you can play with is very important. Very nearly hit the rock there. Hitting the rock never a good idea, neither in cars nor in movies. Hey, I made another reference. Isn't that fun? So much fun to be had this week, eh? Alright. That's 60 points. Which is exactly what we wanted. 14-point lead. Sweet. Exactly what we need. And we get a Range Rover. Great! We get a Range Rover. Good reward. I like it. Alright, I hope you can do it as well. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching, and until next time. Farewell.